In this video, I'm going to show you some of the most important features with Lightspeed ordering by Bopple that you really need to get your head around. It's by no means a comprehensive lesson, but some of the most obvious stuff is here to get you going. So what we're looking at now is your iPad. What we're looking at now is an online site. It's Coleman's demo site, but pretend it's a real site. And I've got here the option for delivery or pickup. I'm just going to order a cappuccino here. Might make it large. I've got my options here, extra shot, and 1 sugar, for example. Add to order. Continue to the checkout. I haven't logged in, but on a website these fields will automatically populate. Also down here the demo code, the promo code. I've got a code I've set up called demo, and when I go to apply that, it makes it 0, so I can actually go and do a full sale. So when I now pay with this, we'll go back over to the iPad, and you can see how quickly that came through. It shouldn't be any more than 30 seconds. So I would recommend you keep your eye on this all the time, like it's your dash on a car. It will continue to ping until you pay attention, but that noise might be a bit quiet in some busy stores. So keep an eye on it. What will happen, it'll look like this. There's a fresh order there, and you have to either accept it or reject it. In this case, we're going to accept it, and then you press send. Send acts as a way of holding as well. Then what happens is when the order is ready to go, you go back to orders, and you'll see pending here. There's the pending order I've just done, and at this point I might like to print a tax invoice, so I will go to the cog and go subtotal. That'll print a tax invoice. But when it's ready, I go ready, and that will send a text to the customer saying it's ready to be picked up. If you have a look at orders here, and we have a look at online orders, you'll see here that I've chosen to keep a record of all these online orders for today. You can get rid of this, but this gives you another process to complete them. If you need another process, it might be that they've picked it up or something like that. So to get rid of these, you just press that. Oh, sorry, you swipe, apologies. You swipe it, and then you go update to complete. Swipe, update to complete. How you make that change is in the back office of Lightspeed. You go to My Site. You go to Site Information, and down here under Online Ordering, right down the bottom here, we have this option, Swipe to Complete, or Complete Orders when marked as ready. So you can also just delay it for a period of time. So I would suggest you either have Complete Orders when ready or Swipe to Complete. So that was in My Site, Site Information, and down the bottom. Another important thing to show you with the iPad, you'll see this thing up on the top right called Online. When you press that, you have the ability to temporarily disable sales from your online shops, and that will stop people buying. And you also have the opportunity here to change your preparation time. That is the time it's going to take you from the time you receive an order to actually have it made or ready to go. And by default, it's 20 minutes. But if you're getting really smashed on a particular period of time, you can push that back to all the way up to 90 minutes if you want. So where is this default time of 20 minutes recorded? That's done in the back office under Features, and just press enabled, and you want to go to order types. So features, enabled, order types. And when you go to settings under order types, down here we've said this place has pickup and delivery, and the prep time is 20 minutes. That's where we put our default prep time for the entire site. I also want to show you just a couple of things about Bopple Venue Manager. And you're really only ever going to be doing two things in Bopple Venue Manager: changing your trading hours or re-importing a menu, because all your menu is controlled within Lightspeed. You just add products as you normally would in the product section. You give it reporting option groups, reporting groups if you have that feature. And you've also got this thing called online products, which you wouldn't have had before you had this. And that's a little handy feature. In the preview mode, it's a very primitive preview of what it looks like on a phone or on a computer or tablet. You can't actually press these buttons, but it's just, and it says that this latte, we've got some variants underneath it. And if you want to modify here, this is not where you modify the prices or the printing or anything. Here you can rearrange the order of the categories that are online, and you can give a customer-friendly name to the category. And when you go into each category by pressing that arrow, you can provide customer-friendly names. Like, for example, you might just like to call it Cap internally, but you call it Cappuccino to the customers, and you can give it a detailed description if you want. Like, I think I've got some examples here under wines. I've got Wolf Blass Shiraz Cab, but to the customers online they'll see it as Wolf Blass Shiraz Cabernet, and I've got a full description just like you'd read in a wine magazine. Why not give them all the information they can handle, and give them a photo. The photo is just done back in the normal product section. You find a product, you use the cog, and you add the photo here. Now, Venue Manager is found either by going directly to the URL, which you would have already have saved probably, but to get it to it from the back office, you press Integrations, Enabled, Lightspeed Ordering. That opens this page, and you can use this button to get to the Venue Manager, which will look like this. Now, really, you probably don't want to change anything in here except your trading hours, if they do change. Now, these should really be the hours that you're actually physically open. You can actually amend your fulfillment hours, which are the hours that you're prepared to actually start making things or deliver things, slightly differently. By default, they're the same. But there's a thing here called special dates. You can pre-program. I'm not sure how many you can pre-program, but I've pre-programmed Christmas and New Year's Eve as being closed. That's a handy little feature. And really, the only, by the way, also under promotions, that's where I've got my demo code, DEMO, and it's 100% discount. You could, for example, have 10% for VIP customers or anything. And fees are where you add, if you wanted to add a delivery fee, for example, you would go add fee. You would do it for just deliveries and call it a delivery fee, and it might be a fixed amount of $6, whatever. Now, the only other thing I want to show you now for the Venue Manager is when you press Menu, you do not change anything in here when it comes to the products. Don't worry about these categories. Don't touch anything here. You only ever touch this button over here called Import Menu from Lightspeed. And if you make any changes to your back office in your products, you have to go import menu from Lightspeed, and it can take up to 5 minutes. You'll see when you do it, and I'll do it right now for you. When you do it, there'll be 2 blue rectangles here, and when the bottom blue rectangle is gone, your menu's been updated live.